I'm Chase.
And I'm Timothy.
And this is Customer Service.
All right, good afternoon. Here we are yet again in Boulder, Colorado, not Denver. How we doing, Timbo?
I'm fine because I'm not in Denver.
Ooh, that's right.
This
Pretty
just becomes
tight.
a new thing that we're...
I'm joking. Somebody in the Discord goes, the multi-brand retailer in Boulder, Colorado bit, said Denver. I said, oh, whoa.
Hey.
No.
Watch
Back it
yourself.
up, buddy. That's down the street. It's close, but it's a
No
hike.
cigar.
No cigar.
I will say for some reason I've lived in a lot, I've lived in a few places and it is for some reason here, I don't know why, and I used to really get across town in Chicago to do dumb stuff, and that was probably a different age and time, or whatever, but man alive, do I not want to drive to Denver ever. And there's things I want to do there. I go to shows regularly. I'm
with you, man.
They have some good food and they've got some good coffee and things I would normally travel for, no problem. For some reason, it is the exact type of drive and amount of time that it's just right
just
where you
irks
wanna be.
you.
Mm-hmm.
When we lived in Denver, we lived basically legitimately one block. We're as far north as you could be. Sans one block. If you went one block further, you'd hit I-70, and then you cross I-70, you're in, I believe it was Westminster at that point. So my commute was 35, 40 minutes, but nonetheless, even from where I lived in Denver, north to the south side, pain in the ass, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I hate that drive. Hate
I don't know why,
it.
But
It's getting worse year by year.
Well, I think that's it, Cole. Legitimately, it's legitimately an awful drive. People are crazy. 36, people act insane.
don't touch it. Just leave it there. Okay. Well,
Alcatraz.
we're still in the mix right now in the pod, so you're trying probably very specifically hard to not date this thing, but
I can't help it.
So we don't know exactly when this will come out, but we're having a good time. We got a lot of things coming in.
Yeah, we got a lot of things coming in
for Black Friday.
Getting shit ready for Black Friday. Yes, we have a full staff today, so we've been really cranking on getting product over to the store and getting ourselves set
We
up.
got
for
a lot
the
of
holiday.
new people.
We do.
that haven't maybe been on camera or anything yet, right?
As we speak, we've
Ford
got
and Elliot,
Fallon.
they haven't been on.
No.
YouTube,
Ford and Elliot
right?
have not
No,
been on
yeah.
YouTube or the pod.
Fallon obviously hasn't. She's only been here a minute.
Yeah, Fallon's been with us for 1 week exactly today. She's over there getting in some hours on Friday, and then she is our weekend packer, and also will help out in the store, so you might see her around. But yeah, we got some new people in the mix. It's been fun because we've been short-staffed, it feels like. People were out of town and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So now we got a whole squad,
Got a
cheaper
whole
by the dozen,
anthill.
so to speak, like that Steve Martin? Like that Steve Martin movie. Who, can we just be honest here? Steve Martin, him and Martin Short are in cahoots. They're like friends, and they're in Only Murders in the Building. Martin Short carries the weight of that relationship. I don't love Steve Martin.
Steve Martin's more of the straight man, I would say.
Okay.
That's what he does in his, basically for the back half of his career at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Martin Short, man,
Oh,
I
he's
love him in
hilarious.
anything I've ever seen him in, which is not that much. Jiminy Glick, I'm familiar with him as that personality, and then Only Murders, and probably one or two other things. But I love Martin Short. Legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
No, he is a legend.
You ever seen Father of the Bride?
Oh, such a great movie.
It's a great movie.
He's great.
Steve Martin,
in
he's in there.
Yeah.
Martin Short's in that too, playing a great character. The Wedding Planner,
that. Yeah.
you can imagine.
Yeah.
Steve's the dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a dad. He owns a sneaker business.
Yep.
He has an amazing house and car.
Yeah.
Whatever that setup is, that's my dream situation.
He's got a
My
golden
dream
retriever.
situation is to be Steve Martin in Father of the Bride.
Father.
Cool.
He seems to have a very nice life setup.
He's
himself.
probably making $50K a year on the
Oh yeah.
sneaker
At
business.
that point, he's making $50,000 a year. He's got an incredible sports car.
Where does it
Yeah.
take place? Do you guys know?
It might be San Fran
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It's like some.
Realistic. Because,
his current
What's
real
his
estate
cost?
listing for the Father of the Bride house now, $12.5 million.
Yeah, probably. And it's has vines. It's picturesquely.
It's really
beautiful.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the American dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's taking on Jordan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Going to battle with MJ.
Yeah,
Damn, you know what? We got to get on our gambling vibes come winter.
Yeah.
I brought those dice in.
get MJ on the pod.
We get MJ on the pod.
Yeah.
Ask him candidly about the gambling.
He would
issues.
not like this podcast. I
He
don't
would beat
think.
my ass, dude.
Yeah,
He would
I'd
hate
let
me.
him. I'd go. This is the right thing
Yeah,
to do. I start tying my hands behind my back. I'm like, you'll get me next. No problem. No problem, sir.
That's tight. That's tight. But yeah, well, let's shoot some dice or something. You know?
Play some bones.
You just really want to gamble?
I'm in a gambling area.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really deep in it.
Yeah, we can roll some. We used to roll dice at recess sometimes. We looked like a bunch of we looked like the Sopranos out there on the blacktop rolling dice. But we got into it.
I like gambling. Mm-hmm. I'm like into it now. I'm very, very, very frugal and very, very, very
you
cheap.
haven't
So
lost
in the way in which I do it. Even if I lose, it ain't more than $1 or $2.
Yeah, because I know you, and if you lost $25, you're worried that if you don't get the right Chipotle order, that this was a waste of of how you measure money.
I am looking to net a Chipotle burrito with every bet I make. Yeah. So the odds are not great, but I can do $10 bets, and if 2 of them pay out, I'm still very much in the positive.
I put it out there that I wanted to give you
oh, we never talked about that.
$300 to $500, and you have to invest that into your gambling. I don't want you to change anything you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's just the number increases. I don't want you to do anything different. I want to be on your odds, and I just want and I'll pay you. I don't know what's fair. 20%, 30% of the winnings.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah. I want to see. It would be a worthwhile investment for me because either it'll make me a little bit of money, which is funny, a funny way to have made money, or you'll lose it, which will also be funny to me.
See,
so it's a win-win for me.
See, this is what I'm about to say is what would be, quote unquote, a business plan. This is what I would do. The way
I don't think any time that you're saying a gambling plan, you could describe it as a business plan. But
you understand what I'm saying.
So, explain your P&L.
I do. What I would do today if I were to do this, I would dump it all into FanDuel, and I would do it all just on DFS betting. So I don't need to explain what that is, but it's similar to fantasy. It's mixing like fantasy football with like just straight up odds betting. You know what I mean? Okay. So without going into that.
Yeah.
But that's what I would do. And right now, as it stands, I do multiple entries weekly in the sum of $1 entry, $2 entries. I often have rewards. So I do like free or 5-cent entries. Mm-hmm. And then I'm in one with my buddy Anthony. I'll do his entry that's $10. So any given week, I do his entry, which is $10, with another $6 or $7 attached. To this point in the season, or in the season of me doing the DFS bets, I was like 2 or 3 weeks in. I am in the positive. I have not lost money. My every bet funds itself, except for like 1 or 2 weeks. But it's not the bets that it's the one with Anthony, and all of his buddies are very qualified and smart. So I'm competing at a higher level with them. Point being is I've made money on every single bet that I've done outside of his individual thing. What I would do is I would change the strat slightly. Wouldn't be doing $500 bets, wouldn't do $100 bets. I would start doing $5 entries, $10 entries, and $15 entries. One of the podcasts I listened to, one of the founders, won $300,000 the other weekend off of a $15 entry. So there's a possibility. There's a possibility you walk away with a couple G's, Timbo.
When, you know how the right will be like, we're really worried about our young men, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. But then when you describe this back to me, I think they might be right. We might want to look into what our boys are doing, what they're getting up to, because this is nerve-wracking.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. It's an absolute. It is assaulting young men across this country.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say, not jokingly, I am an anomaly in this situation where if I didn't have the money or I ran out, I just wouldn't do it, or I would continue on the trajectory of $10 or $20 here every couple of months.
Yeah.
It's strictly a game to just see how much I can amass from a low sum of money. My other on DraftKings, I'm still up fucking like $170 or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm still very much in the positive from my initial $20 bet. Maybe closer to 120, not 170. Anyway, point being, I'm unique in this situation, and I know that. Most people are not. Most people, if they have $95 sitting in DraftKings, they're just going to bet the $95 because the payout's huge. I'm more doing it for the game.
Long play,
dude.
By the time he hits the retirement age, he'll have upwards of, like we've talked about, maybe
$300,
$375 ready to go.
But yes, no, you're right. Like legitimately, it is a plague on young men across.
But the one thing is, you decided no social media for me. I'm not going to do that. That's not good for the brain and all this. And I'm with you. And then you went, but football. It was like, and you just dumped it all into that.
Yes. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. So, but listen, Timbo.
Where'd you get that at?
We got fridge. Those? You want one?
No, I'm fine with
Can
the
you grab
coffee.
one?
No, I don't need one. I just wondered where you got
Yeah,
it.
we still have a couple more of the.
Is it
pink
grapefruit?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I like a polar, but I like a polar plain.
Polar.
You like
I
an
like
OG Polar?
the polar.
Cranberry one?
Georgia peach. I think it's what.
Oh.
I only like purely Sedona now, and I mean that. I don't want cans. I just want purely Sedona one time a week.
Yeah.
Sparkles. I'm
Good
just
shit.
$1 million. Yep.
I'm good. But anyway, you want to throw some money in, Timbo? We can consider it a project. You'll get
I'll
your
do
money
it.
back.
I'll do it. I like I told you, I have my eyes on this Lemaire jacket that I want to buy. I got to buy that, and then anything I've got left over around, I'll give it to you, and then we'll just see what happens. So
and
we'll
we
see
can have a
what I got
payment
left
plan
over.
to where, like, if I haven't made the money back in 30 days, I owe you the $25.
I really don't care. I just want, like, I think it's funny to get a report from you.
Yeah, I think-
So that's really all I want. This is when John Mulaney on The Bear says he'll give the money to Maddie Matheson and the other guy
and
do the names so that they can do the cards or
Facts.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a fascination that it's.
I forget they
when
come
he
to
says,
the dinner.
I want you to call me once a week. And he goes, and as important as what's in the box is I want to hear what isn't in the box.
That's
So
tight,
funny.
dude. Yeah. First off, they need a fact spinoff of that show. Maddie Matheson and that buddy of his, whoever, they are so good. The rapport is so good. They need to either have a podcast together or have a sitcom together. They need to do something. So anyway, we can talk. We'll get this. We'll get the ball rolling on that.
Yeah.
So
I want to present you the money. I want to go to the bank and go, how do I get one of those big checks? Because that's what I
Yeah.
want to give him. Yeah, I want to see you load that in your trunk.
in my Civic,
Yeah.
I'll have to tape it to the top. You know.
It's like
He's driving
covering
with
your
it hanging
face.
on.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've said this. When I moved here, I slept on my buddy's floor for a handful of weeks on a camping mat with my comforter. And then eventually for like a month, I slept on the couch in their living room. And then I moved into an apartment with my buddy of the famed clam chowder Mike. When I moved into that apartment, I had a job. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get myself a bed. So I drove out to Louisville out by, it's in the same parking lot as a Benihana. So go there. I buy the floor model queen size mattress of whatever the cheapest bed they had in there, and the floor model.
Okay.
I don't even think we wrapped it in plastic. They were like, you just take it. You know what I mean? So then we go out to my Honda, and I'm like, I don't have any way. Didn't consider. So they had some twine, and it was me and my buddy was with me, and we basically twined it through the front and back windows, and then we both pulled down as hard as we could and drove down. And I was going like 45 on the highway with just a loose mattress on top of a 16 sieve. And that's what I slept on until Michelle and we got a new bed last year.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
yeah, so I'll do that with a big giant check.
Yeah. I had to do that one time too. My mom's Buick Century. I had to put the mattress on top of the car and then move it.
What are
across.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's what you gotta do. You know?
Yeah.
May just do it.
Beds are expensive too. So
How else am I going to get it there?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, should we move on from this and get into? I mean, we can keep going.
I was
if we
gonna say
need
I don't
to.
think I have anything else pressing other than
We talked for 4 hours yesterday,
It was a
plus
solid at
regular
least
talking. So
3 and
it's
some
I can't fathom what could have happened.
I
that I need
watched
to
The
know
Chair
about.
Company. Everybody needs to go watch the show. Buy yourself the HBO subscription and watch the show. It's great.
Yeah.
Can't wait for more.
I'll share mine with you. I've got so many people. I got so many people on every single subscription that I have that
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't. You know what I mean? Like I'm housing so many folks in this thing.
I
I
think.
can walk on there. I'm like, I don't recognize any of these names.
Yeah, yeah.
And the thing is, I don't even look. I just go to mine and I just move on.
On Peacock, there's Trell and Mandy.
Yeah, we don't know who that is.
So that's what I watch on. I'll go to Trell and Mandy's profile to watch that.
We don't know who set that up.
I made one and named it Tanner because I like that name. And Abby goes, "Are you Tanner?" I was Tanner.
I go in and change everyone's profile pictures though regularly.
Are you Coochie Man?
No.
I don't know.
I think that's Abby's
Coochie Man.
sister.
Coochie Man on.
She's
Peacock.
tight. If there's anyone to get on this podcast, that's who to get on. Do
you think we should get her
she's
on?
single-handedly the funniest person I've ever met in real life. She's funnier than any stand-up comedian I've ever heard. Everything she says is funny to me.
We should have her.
So she's so good.
We'll ask Abby if we could have her on because getting her on is not. I don't think the issue. I think Abby wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what she'll say either. To be fair,
There might be a lot of.
yeah, she's just a wild card.
So yeah, Chair Company's been great. So I love that. Wanted to shout that out, and also, yeah, that was it. My mom and sister were going to come into town this weekend, but they're officially not because of the government shutdown. Flights are fucked. Nobody's
that's why
flying.
you're less like that.
Less frantic. It's because I don't think they're coming out. So
The amount of times I've heard about the logistics of this in the past 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's always a lot. It's a lot.
You're not a flexible guy.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny you say that. I literally was just talking to my mom and sister a week ago, and then I called my mom last night, and I told them, because they know this about me, that I have a fun time when people come, but I am worried about getting them when they need to go, getting them checked in. I just worry. You know what I mean?
I think you got to just like start to work on that, buddy. Because
I am.
Because I felt like I had that for a long time, and now it's just like half of it's just somebody says something, and I'm like, I don't think I even need that information. So it'll just the day of I'll know, and then I'll deal with it then. But it doesn't seem like they need anything from me today, so I'm not gonna put anything on the docket today for that.
No, but I legitimately have been trying to be less anxious about it. So for this trip, I was not anxious at all, other than worried about with the shutdowns and shit, like if they're stranded out here, like my sister has to go do her job, and then my mom.
Yeah.
You understand they're not going to be like, Chase, you're the only one who could fly us. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
no,
you're
no,
fine.
But
They'll
the way
figure
in
it
which
out. They're
they do it,
adults.
they only fly standby because my sister's
I know.
So it's a
I
whole
can't hear
to
this
do,
again.
you know. So yeah. But nonetheless,
I know all the details.
I'm bummed they're not coming out.
Yeah, I get that.
But that's the only news to report, is that the government shutdown has thwarted that. But shout out my beautiful mother. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
You can have her on the pod.
Oh, Chase. I would love.
Should we have my mom on the podcast?
I would really love this.
Be kind of fun.
I don't even need you on that one. I'll just interview her. I have.
You can
That
just
might
stand
actually be the
behind
best.
I have a laundry list of questions.
Honestly,
That I've maybe been prep. This is the interview I've been prepping for my whole life.
she might be interested.
Yeah, I'll have her and your sister on. I would love to have that.
Yeah.
You're not allowed on. You can.
God.
You have to sit over there. Actually.
You'll
like the cock
you'll
chair.
finally understand they are louder than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've met them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the two of them together. They stress me out with how loud they are. So I know how everybody else in my life feels when I get the three of us together, because I'm self-conscious of myself, but then I'm also self-conscious for them, because I want to protect them and make sure.
You're always talking like you're at a concert.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Should we get into it now? So
I think we
today
should, yeah.
we've made it to this portion of whatever we're doing of personal style rules. So these are sort of like statements that people have presented to us that these are their personal style rules, however they understood that assignment. So some of these might be a little different than the other one.
You'll just see
but
them,
basically
we'll
just
just get
people
into it.
giving their like, you know, like we talk about all the time, we create these little like rules or constraints and stuff like this so that like it's a little easier to think about close. So we were asking other people what theirs are. And then we'll hear them and talk about them and do what we do because it's a podcast. So you know what the deal is.
Yeah.
So do you have any, we've talked about ours enough times, right? I think that's.
I have like silly ones where I say I don't like gray tops because I feel like they make me look more broad.
Yeah.
But more specifically, in terms of other rules,
You have like the 1 in 2 out thing you were talking
the
about.
1 and 2 out is
Yeah.
kind of more or less a rule that I have been following because I hate to have excess. Stresses me out to have a bunch of shit I'm not wearing, and then also when I sell something to somebody or give it to somebody here, like Cole with the Birkins. Cole, you've inherited a lot of my things.
Yeah.
It makes me happy when it gets worn because I know it's just sitting in my closet, causing me anxiety for no fucking reason. So that I think I've said, and I saw somebody else say. So when we get there, we can talk about it more fully. But if I can't comfortably button the top button of a jacket or shirt, that's not my size. So whether clothes are constructed to those specifications or not, that's just how I approach it. You know what I mean? So things like that. You have German Shepherd colors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, I definitely try to keep. I don't want stuff in my closet. It doesn't mean I don't keep it. I might store it, you know. But I don't keep things in my closet I'm not actively wearing. So I kind of do. I don't do. It's not like so strict that I'm doing that whole like you put the next thing in front, and if it gets too far to the back and not touch, I don't do any of that. But there is certainly a time when I go, that stuff back there I'm not really doing anything with, so I need to make a decision. I either need to try to work it in and see like, do I actually like it? Kind of like you were saying, you'll sort of force yourself into something and be like, I didn't like that all day.
Yeah,
So
show up
that's-
in the field
Yeah.
like shit all day, so then I sell it.
Yeah, so I think that you know I try to keep the closet pretty tight. It's not a huge selection. I'm not sitting on people are always like you must have all this stuff. I do have like a couple bins of like stuff like vintage or I don't know, things that I just don't want to get rid of or I'm fond of. I have a lot of like vintage Prada, some of which I've collected, some of which I inherited from Bob.
Yeah, cool.
I really like that stuff. I don't always wear it, but I like it. I just like to have it because I know I'm going to come around on certain things. A lot of like military vintage that I've kept around for, I don't know, just because I liked it or meant something at a certain point. And then I have obviously a ton of concert t-shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
is there anything that because there's one thing that I don't apply my rules of being anxious about clothes with, and that's hats. I don't really give a shit about having 10 to 60. I like the hats, and what I'll do is I have a stack that is on my, I think it's Eames, little wires that come out like this and has a little ball on the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Shannon got me one of those to put all my hats on.
Cool.
So I have that. Those are my currently being worn, and I'll cycle through those. And then I have a stack.
I had one of those
in my closet.
I had one of those, and I'm just realizing I don't know where it's at. I think I've been gone since the second apartment I was in Chicago. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's that long ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was just thinking.
Because I mean, you would know if it was
I was trying to figure
here.
out what you were talking about. I was like, oh, I know what he's talking about. They go in all different directions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Sometimes they're more colorful, and some. I think ours is just wood. Ours is just
so
the wood
cool.
color, but you can get multiple color ones.
Yeah.
And I remember taking it down and moving it somewhere else because I got from Jack Spade closed, and I got this really cool. It's like a single. Imagine like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like all steel, and it looked like it would go in like a gymnasium or something, or in like a locker room, but it wasn't a locker. It was like one thing that stood up, and you could hang like 5 coats from it, and then it had a little storage below. And then it had like a little storage above.
It was metal?
And it was like, it had cool hand hammered like letters in it and
sick,
stuff.
yeah.
It was really, really cool.
You don't have it anymore?
Nope. I must
obviously
have.
not, yeah.
It was really heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Probably a bitch to move.
There's a limit when you move, especially across the country and shit. You're like, all right, I love it, but dude, I'm not good. It's not worth. Juice ain't worth the squeeze.
You've been to my apartment. That armoire that we have. That's in like when you come in, it's right to the right. It's big. It's
that has the record player on it. Or the
no.
has
It's taller. It has
Yes, I know what you're
drawers,
talking
and it's
about,
like mid-century. We got for a crazy deal, and it's so cool, and it still operates perfectly. It's so well made. It weighs more than a car.
Damn.
It is a nightmare to move, and every single time I look at it, I'm like, I don't know what to do with that fucking thing, dude.
Yeah.
I love it, but it's like I hate it because every time we move and do anything, or I have to like move the apartment around, like that thing can't move. I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sucks.
I feel you.
We have to have movers basically because of that specific item. I would say is the.
Which is worth it.
But it's cool. I don't know what we were talking about.
Oh,
hats. You don't have that issue with hats.
I don't give a shit about having too many hats because I'll just put them away easily. And then what I'll do is go grab a stack and see if there's anything that I've been missing or forgot I had, and then I'll cycle those out for other things. Other than that, that's the only thing that I will.
I gotta get rid
collect.
of some hats because I have a lot of hats. And I only really wear, truthfully, I wear only the polo caps because they don't make my head itch. And this one sporting rich hat that I normally just wear to the gym.
Yeah.
That I bought as a bit because of the podcast. And now I like it because it's there's a certain thing with my head shape and what the inside is made of that like if it hits me wrong, it never gets warm.
Yeah.
And it's almost every hat except for the polo hats. So
you want to move some of those, bring them on through.
Yeah.
You wear the Harold one once in a while too.
It does itch my head though.
It does?
So yeah, it's a little bit of a
Interesting.
Oh,
it's not as bad as the others.
You're
but-
going to be fielding about 40 DMs on Discord.
Yeah, what if I get rid of them? Make me
Other
offer.
than us.
I told you I was trying to buy that Lemaire
I'd fight for
jacket.
that.
Yeah. You guys, for anyone that doesn't know, it's a
Ultra
47
rare.
brand Harold hat that is not in production, won't be in production, and it isn't sold. It's just, it was given to us.
What if I'm going to do it live on Instagram, but I'm going to do it as like an
auction.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Or like a Sotheby's auction.
Yeah.
You know, the ones where they advertise it and then they,
Yeah.
You got to take a little cut.
Do it, dude. Make it, there's tan,
I want to
there's
buy
blue.
a painting from an auction so bad, but I don't even
So
know how
baller.
you get. I don't even know where they happen or how you get into them. Because I saw like there's this artist that I really like, and I saw that like he sold a painting not too long ago at an auction, and it was like $1,000, and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah, like I could have.
I would buy that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I was like, but where do you go to do that? If somebody knows and listens that knows where you can kind of get involved in that kind
I'm
of thing.
sure that there's multiple art.
I'm obviously
auction
not trying to buy
houses here.
50 grand art pieces of art. Obviously, we're talking that's the range right now. But
Yeah.
He's
like,
talking like for the public. Like,
Yeah.
how do you get involved? Because it obviously happened online.
also, let us not forget storage units. We need to buy a storage unit.
Oh yeah, I'm
do.
still down.
need
I'm
to
ready
go
to go
in.
whenever you want to.
I mean, honestly, with going into the holidays, what I don't want to do is do that on top of everything else we have to do in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
But come January, I would love to buy 1 or 2 or 3 and just
No, we should wait until like spring a little bit so we can really go out there and get into it.
make a meal of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to get a bunk ass one. It's going to suck. It's got a bunch of like
trash.
Miss Piggy paraphernalia in or some stupid shit. It's
I
gonna
wonder
suck.
though, if you buy the
Betty
storage
Boop.
unit, is there a dumpster on site to throw shit away, or are you just
Like,
required?
you
to-
got to haul it.
I think you gotta haul
gotta
it.
haul
That's
it.
like part of the.
We have a storage unit that we have in Boulder, and it's here's what I like about the storage unit now. It is on a piece of land that was a mistake that they put the storage unit space on because it's a big storage unit space.
Yeah.
There's literally a creek all along the edge of it that babbles nicely. There's a ton of birds. There's an old barn that's boarded up. There's a house that's boarded up, and people are going to tell where my storage unit is. There's nothing cool in there. Just a heads up. You think you're going to go there and steal from me?
I know
It's
exactly
Tupperware.
where this is.
It's Abby's weird shit, not mine. So I don't know what it is. It's so nice that we put some stuff in it like, a couple weekends ago, and I was like, I kind of just want to like hang out here a little bit because
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah,
cool
yeah.
area. So I walked along the edge of it, and
Yeah.
sucks.
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
dude, that's like a probably prime.
Oh,
I can only imagine.
real
Yeah,
estate,
it's in Boulder.
you can put some
It's a
apartments
little bit on the
there.
outskirts, but it's in there.
That reminds me because I have a fascination with people who like live in a storage unit. You know.
Well, there's a guy
really
that we see
low-key.
every single time. I think he just keeps his shit there, and he just goes gets his shit, whatever he needs, and then stores his shit for the night, and then he's
Yeah.
doing something with it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal is.
Did you watch that? I think it's on Amazon. It's a documentary. It's about like those art kids who like
Live in the mall?
Yeah. Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay,
Is it
Michelle
on
and I are gonna
Amazon?
watch it. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, great! I've
Amazon
been
for
trying.
like $4, I think.
I've been trying to see it. They showed it in somewhere in Denver, but it hadn't been anywhere to like rent. So I've been wanting to see it.
It piques my interest to the utmost.
Supposedly, it makes you cry. That movie. It's like
Oh, I'm
really
sure-
emotional. Like it's like
Yeah.
an interesting. Yeah, it's a.
And I can picture back growing up. I had a buddy, Eric Wu, growing up. His family owned the Chinese restaurant in the mall. Best lo mein noodles money can buy. Period. What we would do is I'd show up every Sunday. He would let me crawl underneath the counter. I would go into the back. He'd get himself a bowl of egg drop soup in a styrofoam bowl, and he'd get me a little thing of fried rice, and we'd each crush a Sprite. And then we would crawl around on the floor of the arcade and look for coins. And then what he would do is take me through the back alleys of the mall with other kids whose parents worked in the mall. So then we'd go through the back alleys, and I remember being like, wow, this is tight. Like
Yeah.
it really triggered something in me of like, I love being places that don't get frequented when you're not supposed to be there too. So imagine finding a nook in the mall. Like I watched the trailer multiple times. From what it looks like, it's like they found like a room that maybe would have been something that never got finished, and it was just kind of like, if you can imagine like what a courtyard would be to a building, like an interior courtyard kind of like. It took up space in the mall, but it was negative space and nobody knew it was there.
Interesting.
Retrofitted it with lamps and shit, and that's where they lived in. Like, how cool is that?
There's a guy who did a really interesting photo series that was like people living in like unusual places, basically like
Yeah.
sewers and random shit, and like just like he'd like basically photograph their like whole setup, and it was very interesting to look at. And like, Jesus, this is really like innovative. Number one
Really,
in a lot
really
of
cool.
cases.
Yeah.
it's also it's very sad in a lot of other ways, but it was
It's
an interesting piece,
bunker-esque, you know?
yeah.
That's my fascination with bunkers.
that's your
It's like,
thing.
just hidden from the world, but you know it's there. It's cool.
Damn.
Let's unpack that. No, we don't have time. Let's move on.
I would be down to. But, and also, as we said yesterday, Cole, I believe March or April is the Preppers Fest.
Yeah.
Where we live, so we're going to have to hit that.
I'll be down to go.
Get some pre-rationed meals, everyday carry knives.
I want to get some sprouts, like sprouting kits.
I think you're gonna be bummed by the vibe.
It probably is more
Sad.
guns, generators, that kind of thing.
People that are dealing with
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
They got a lot of stuff.
But
That's
I think you guys
manifested
will have a
into
great
this.
time.
I will have fun.
And it's out,
nonetheless.
it's out in that cool place in Longmont that I love to go to. Cool.
The
I
fairgrounds,
am
yeah.
busy, right? Yeah.
I'm busy that week.
Right? Yeah, no, I am. Yeah.
Okay, let's get into
All right,
this.
we'll get into
Oh, man. Okay, so the first personal rule is going to be budget constraint. Rule for myself this past year is a $1,000 budget for clothes plus shoes, and it has to fit in my closet/dresser. Existing clothes and shoes that I sell, give extra play money. This has led me to upgrade my wardrobe, slow my consumption, rely on Discord for discounted gems, and buy in person if I get the size right. It has led to me purchasing Orslo, Niceness, Yoko, Sakamoto, and MF Pen. I've also realized next year's budget needs to go up to $2,000, so it's a little more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like this. I think that this can work for anybody's budget. It doesn't matter what your clothes budget is.
Yeah.
I think it does if you kind of set that in your head that like this is how much I have. I want to have maybe a certain like level of stuff, whatever that level is for you. It will force you to like, let's say you were like, I have $1,000 for the year. And what I really need is like, maybe this year you could be like, oh, this year I just really need to get a new pair of jeans and some great t-shirts. Well, then just wait and like really spot and try to like find the thing you want. I like what he says about needing to go to in person if you can to like try things on, so you're not doing the back and forth with that and wasting money that way.
Totally.
I think that buying things secondhand, certainly if you're trying to stay within a budget, is a good thing to do in that way.
And luckily we've built a community where you have something new to check every single day. People are constantly selling things.
Oh
out.
yeah.
I mean, I think it helps with this depends on everybody's situation. I mean, I don't think it's like a mandatory thing that you do this certainly, but I do think that if you want to stay inside a budget or you want to slow consumption, one or the other, I do think this helps, and it just makes you be a little bit more thoughtful, which I think is sometimes what happens. You get like panicky and excited to like get new things or whatever it is, and then I think that can be kind of tough when you're like, fuck, I just really want this thing, and then you get it and you're like, where does this even fit? And I just really wanted it. And that's also okay, just to be clear. I don't think with any of this stuff that there needs to be these hard lines, but I certainly do think that this can help. I think these are the right areas to start finding constraints, or maybe even just without using their specifics, because I think this could be any specifics for any budget, any type of person, whatever you're trying to accomplish. Totally. Of just being like, I'm going to start making some constraints for myself, and then that'll help me make better choices. Yeah. I think that's definitely smart.
For the record, they're describing exactly how I shop, more or less.
Yeah.
I don't give myself a dollar budget. And frankly, I probably spend less than that, all things considered. But I agree with the 2 out, 1 in, that's my fun money. That money is towards clothes, so I more or less do this exact thing, and I fully identify with it.
When you buy good stuff, when you hunt for deals, whether it's directly from a retailer through secondhand, I don't lose money on clothes really ever. I would imagine I'm a net. I mean, other than if it's through the Discord, I obviously let things go for cheaper than I probably should, but I just, I like them, and it's easier. But I think that, I mean, I think that's a nice way of looking at it overall, though, for sure. Of like, if you don't look at these things as like, there's always these investments. It's like, but like you can also cash out your investments too whenever you want to with clothes. And to be honest with you, I only have one or two things. Either I got a handful of solid wears out of it, wasn't exactly for me the more I lived with it, because that's the problem. The only problem with this is you can't really get away with that. You do have to like wear things and live with them to understand if you really do like them or not. Yeah. So I think that's tough. But even then, you flip them, I lose a little bit of money, I make most of it back. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Or maybe I got a deal on it in the first place, or maybe I found it for cheap and then I sell it for a little more of what it should have been put in that in the first place. Make a little money here and there, lose a little money here and there. It all kind of nets out. I never feel like I'm actively losing money. It's kind of like the guitar pedal situation. Totally. I have an X amount of investment that went into that I never lost and quite frankly gained. Yeah. So, I think it's not that stressful. I guess.
No. This is a very sensible, responsible way to view buying your clothes. Obviously, if you got it like that and you want to buy shit all the time, if I had endless amounts of money or was particularly well off, I'd probably buy clothes too, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but if you're trying to be conscious, absolutely.
You just end up, you'd end up still cycling through, because part of it is like, just enjoy the process. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of you get so caught up in like, I got to get the perfect closet. It's like, no, you don't. You're never gonna have the perfect closet. It's gonna keep evolving and changing as you go, and that's sort of the point. And shopping is fun, and shopping with Discord too, or having like a community of people that you talk about clothes with makes it even more fun. Yeah, agreed. And that like shopping portion is just as much fun as the actual consumption or trying things on. And like, I like the lottery of things where it's like, that's why I like eBay so much. But even just sometimes you get stuff and you're like, I love this. This is my new personality. And then you wear it for a couple of weeks and you're like, it is not doing what I needed to do, and that's who cares? Like that's part of it. Like, and there's do you know how many times I've also bought things that I thought, this is fine, I'll probably wear this, and then be like, fuck, I'm wearing this more than anything.
I was gonna ask, is there something recently that has stuck with you where you're like, damn, that has exceeded my expectations above and beyond, and I have something in particular?
Yeah, that James Howard Travail, that brown Travail shirt I got. I love the way it fits me. It fits me just the way I want something. I like the weight. I like everything about it. I like the color that it is. I work it in way more than I thought. I thought it was more like, oh, it's a brown shirt, linen shirt. I'll wear this, and then it just became this thing I wore over and over and over again. So, and it kind of keeps getting better as you beat it up. So,
it's a great shirt.
Yeah, that's an easy one for like recently.
Yeah. Mine's that cotton linen moleskin set from Orslem. I was excited when we saw it on the line sheet. It came, put it on, and it's twice as good as I was hoping.
Yeah.
So that has become my, like, once a week I'll wear that, probably at least once a week, maybe more, but I love it a lot. It's like my favorite thing in my closet right now. So,
love Orslow.
All right, let's hit the next one.
This one I can't agree with at all. Button-up shirts, not really the craziest, but I can't wear a button-up shirt open and unbuttoned. Not crazy right up to the top, but no more than 1 or 2 buttons undone at most.
I wear all shirts like jackets.
Yeah, every shit open.
Everything I do is basically just jeans and a t-shirt, and then whatever the top is, it's just open and on top.
Like literally what you're wearing right now.
Yeah, it's probably what I wore yesterday, basically, and what I wore for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So I don't button up stuff unless I'm wearing it. If I have an undershirt underneath it, it's not getting buttoned up. That to me, that's my crazy little thing.
Yeah.
If I was buttoning up a shirt all the way, then I wouldn't wear an undershirt.
I see.
But
I don't know why.
What about sans undershirt?
What do you mean?
You're just wearing like naked body to a button-up shirt.
He's gonna button.
If I'm gonna button it up.
But how much button are you gonna button up?
Oh, how much? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. It depends on the shirt. I'll mess around with that, man. That's like half the fun of this shit. Like I like to do a tuck in and then a little bit more of an unbutton because I think it's very like can't think of the right movie I'm thinking of, but it's a
that's why I loved it.
Robert Redford movie.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. But I'll do something like that. I'll mess around with that. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes all the way up to the top does still work really well. You know what I mean? You used to be a button all the way up to the top.
I was button up to the top. I actually
you still do it a lot. You're doing it right now.
Yeah, I am. Whoever put this, I like really identify.
I was gonna say this is a sensory person, is what
it's a sensory thing. Yeah, I will wear a jacket open sometimes, but largely, and as you know, I have 5 or 6 jackets that I wear, and they're all every denim jacket I button up to the top, leave the bottom 2 undone, and the bottom 1 undone. Yeah. Button up flannels, button ups, whatever. Top button undone, bottom button undone. The rest are buttoned always.
Huh.
So, yeah.
I wear a lot of the tops and jackets and stuff I wear them kind of loose. So for me, the problem can be that I want like a pant to be I'm just not a super loose person. I'll go kind of loose, but I want straight, and then I want a t-shirt that's not huge underneath, and then the top being a little bigger. But then that means if that is the only thing that's buttoned out, it looks like I'm wearing like an armor.
Yeah, no, I feel yeah.
So I like things a little more layered and flowy than that.
Yeah.
I don't care. I get what this is. You know what I mean? I think sometimes these rules get a little too strict on yourself where it's like, I know, but why do you need to close the door all the way? You know what I mean? Why don't you just pop that motherfucker open now and then and just see how it feels?
Yeah.
You know?
No, it is.
But
when I'm curious, like what button-up shirts he's talking, because it's like
that's an important aspect.
Is it like a classic Oxford that is supposed to be a little more tailored, slim fit?
Yeah, and those ones kind of fit closer to the body and then kind of flare out because of the tucking.
Yeah,
that looks like shit buttoned up in my opinion. I mean, it either needs to be tucked or open. I don't think I don't think it works the one, or I don't know. I get what you're saying. There's certainly shirts that aren't going to work for that.
Or like a bigger, like I love the Frism ones we have, and I think those are a great like. I wear that with no shirt under, but I also see like Drew would always wear them without. You know,
I'll do that one either way because I find that the perfect amount of boxy because it's not long like Oxfords are, and I'll wear that underneath stuff, and obviously it's buttoned up then. But I don't feel like I have a hard rule for this. Is the problem, and I tend to lean the other way. So I definitely don't agree with it, but I mean I get where you're coming from.
No, I both agree and fully identify with what they're saying, and maybe they don't have the same rationale as me. But this makes perfect sense to me, and it's how I think so.
Mm-hmm.
You're the sensory expert.
Everything's sensory, man, unfortunately. Yeah.
That's your domain. Next one, secondhand. At least 50% of my purchases in a given year must be from the secondhand market. Whether it's true vintage or just pre-owned, more is better, but at least half is non-negotiable.
Sensible.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that's like a smart. Listen. I mean, we all do know that there's like a ton of waste in fashion. Now, I don't think that happens on our level quite as frequently, just because
not to the extent.
Yeah, it's made to last in most cases. These are made by artists. It's a different thing, in my opinion. Now, it doesn't mean that there's none going on, and certainly, like we all know that there's problems with denim and how much water is used. And any way you slice it, there's a lot of different issues within the consumption of fashion. So I think that if this is something that you feel personally like, charged by, then that's great. I think this is a very reasonable rule. And quite frankly, like we said, buying used stuff, whether it's pre-owned or vintage, is going to kind of make the whole outfit look better, and it makes your wardrobe look a little more balanced and like worn and real.
Totally.
So I think it's kind of a good thing to do. Period. Maybe just because I think it will look better.
I'm for it. I think it's great.
Yeah. Again, I don't think you got to be like, if this helps you being this strict, I think that's great. I don't operate this strict, but I do buy probably as many vintage pieces as I do new. So I think that's fair.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to try on those confect pants today with this fit, and then if not, you can pass it on to the Discord.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Buying shit used is cool. Buying shit used, vintage, etc. Again, we have a great little nook of the internet where there's shit updated regularly throughout every day. So if you want stuff from Canoe Club and of the surrounding periphery, the Discord would be the place to do that. Comfort zone.
I must acquire at least one thing each year that is completely and totally out of my comfort zone. I don't know if this will be a forever rule, but I'm still trying to figure out my personal style, so I'm definitely keeping it for the foreseeable future.
Hell yeah, brother.
I love that for you. That's fun. Sounds like you're having fun. If you weren't, you wouldn't do it anymore. So
yeah,
I'm very pro this. I think it's an important thing in fashion and like evolution as a person and stuff. If you really care about this stuff, then I think it's great to like push yourself a little outside now and then, or just be like, hey, this isn't something I normally would do. And that like his normally not do versus somebody else's normally not do. I'm just saying you're on the much more conservative side of things. And your version of like playing outside of that boundary is two different things.
Yeah.
So I think it should be relative to whatever you feel, whatever, maybe like wearing a necklace is insane to him. And that's, what I mean?
To me, like honestly, if I were to experiment with a ring or a necklace or some other sort of jewelry, that would be experimenting. So.
Yeah.
But I,
whatever that means to you,
I
that's
do think
cool.
it's great.
It obviously
to go,
is fun for you. So
yeah, I'm willing to be. I do think if once a year you were to be like, I just need to do something, so I'm moving a little this way or that way, and maybe it could further go. Nope, I'm cemented in on what I do, or it could because as many times as that happens, I'll try something on and be like, oh shit, like I didn't realize this is a whole new world I can play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and I think that's really great. So
we had our buddy. I'm not gonna say his name, but the musician who was in the store a month or two ago, and he has that cool Lemaire necklace.
Oh yeah, he'll be on the pod soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want one of those necklaces now. I've been thinking
the
ever
harmonica.
Since he was in. Yeah, just any Lemaire. I don't think was it tiny little had a pendant this long.
I think he had a little. I think that's what it was. Oh, or no, he might have had the little knife, the little pocket knife. It's like a little Swiss Army knife.
It was cool.
Like
Whatever
really
it was, I
thin
think it's
silver
really
one.
cool. So, do we still have the cat's eye
Oh, I
necklaces?
love those cat's eyes.
I
Those
think
freaky ass cat's eyes.
So
no,
sick.
we don't have.
Yeah.
We sold them all. We had the bolo or whatever.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
I love
the
a
necklace
bolo tie.
I'd like something. I'd like something like that. So anyway, just on that note, but yeah, great. I think this is fun.
Yeah. Great.
It's a fun way to keep it interesting.
Smart.
And mix it up. Yeah.
Chase, I would love to see you with like ring stacks.
Ring stacks.
Yeah, like I want to see like a ring on every finger.
Buddy, he's doing too much. He's start with necklace.
Yeah, have you seen my fucking fingers, dude, and the way that they move?
With a bunch of bracelets.
He's like a raccoon.
Back in the day when we started doing YouTube, we did that thing where we had to feel the garments, And Coop, I just remember being like, God, Chase, I didn't know your fingers moved like that.
It's like a centipede.
Yeah. My fingers are very moving.
Damn. I got a raccoon story I got to tell you guys after.
Let's hear it. No, let's just hear it now.
Last night, Sophie was seeing, forgetting his name already, Team Throb in the 2000s, forgetting his name.
Jesse
McCartney. And I was sitting with Lou watching some TV, see a whole family of like 4 fat ass raccoons. One falls off the tree.
Yeah.
One's like trying to like kind of lumbering like this. Louis has no idea. I'm just like looking at him like, oh my God, this is so funny.
They were near
to
your
watch.
window?
They're
Or?
right, yeah, like my sliding glass window. I was like seeing them all out going across my yard.
And of course, Louis just not even noticing.
Finally realized what's going on. He snaps because he hears the raccoon fall on its back, and then they start scrapping. Louis like gets tail bushes up. He's like freaking out, and then one of them like runs up one tree, falls again out of the same tree. He falls up. The other 2 fat ones like go up, and then one's just standing there like stone, just like looking at Louis, and Louis is going crazy at this point. And
Barking.
So I go out, scare him, like run up, go around, and then I let Louis out, and he can like sniff around and do stuff.
Yeah.
But I had to tell you guys because I know you guys.
Dude,
love
I
raccoons.
love raccoons.
I love
They're
I saw
adorable.
one fall down like the stair set outside of my place.
Yeah.
One we went out there, and Abby was like, "Come out here, there's a bunch of raccoons." And I went out and looked, and the one saw us and just like fell and just rolled. But it's like they don't feel anything.
No,
I don't
they're
think
like
they have
cats.
feeling in their body.
Yeah.
Well, I think that they've got a lot of play with how they're able to maneuver their body and their insides. Because you've seen them. They're this big around, dude, and they fit in a storm drain. So like, I
They're
think there's
so dumb.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. But I love raccoons. It's like a month ago I was doing my thing where I'm talking at Michelle before I leave for work in the morning while she's trying to do her work. I'm looking at her window. I go, "You need to look out here right now." And there were just 5 raccoons in our front yard in a line, like kind of huddled. And then one would run to a car, and then one would run, and then they'd all run, and they move in a funny way. But yeah, man, I love raccoons. I love them so
They're
much.
so cool. The tails are
You're
sick.
so similar to you have so much raccoon energy.
So much raccoon energy. It's insane.
Everything they like, you like too.
Yeah.
People's old food.
Yes, leftovers.
Going through the trash looking for stuff that they want to keep, living underground,
Trinkets and treasures. of
moving
all
their hands
kinds.
around frantically. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
man.
yeah. I got rack energy. All right.
On to the next. Socks. Socks got to match or at least be similar in tone to another color elsewhere in the outfit.
I like this and do this because it's easy for me because of my color palette situation.
Yeah.
So I only really need like white, black, gray, brown, and then
Yeah,
I'm
like what you got
solid.
going on today is tight. It's a
Yeah.
brown sock with a black shoe and a black pant, but it's
Yeah.
like almost a black sock.
Yeah, so it's easy, so I do it. You know what I mean? And because I don't have, it's like, I think if you were to say like it's yellow and it matches another yellow thing on me, I'm like, ugh, that's getting to like,
It's a little
now we're in
matchy-matchy.
Chance the Rapper territory. You know what I mean? And he dresses like a goon. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's like I don't think you want to go like when it becomes like Oshkosh. You know what I mean? I think that's where it gets problematic, where it's like, oh, that feels too calculated.
I love you throwing shade at Chance the Rapper. That's so,
I know, I
that's
like
so
that.
sick.
I'm from
like the
Chicago
straight.
too, so I'm not from, but I have enough Chicago cred that I probably shouldn't. But you know, it's he had that first record, and then what happened? You know?
It's not like you're dissing Lil Durk.
Yeah.
God forbid.
As a rapper, it's a good album.
This is an interesting thing. I have black or my white socks. So I don't do this. But if they meant match, meaning they have to be the same sock, yes, they have to be the same
I
sock.
can't imagine that's what they meant.
Well,
Socks
some
gotta
people will wear.
match.
Cole, you got the exact same socks on both feet today?
Yes, I do.
Somebody in this building doesn't. I just, you know what I mean?
What?
I just feel like a lot of
You mean
people are
like it's
okay to
like-
not
it's like-
have the exact same sock.
The same color, but they're different types.
Yeah.
That's a sensory nightmare for me. Actually, I would never do that.
I think that more people are okay with that than you think, though.
Oof.
I don't think a lot of people.
That's nutty.
I think a lot of people, when they're picking their socks in the morning, are not terribly concerned if it's the exact same sock.
Mm.
Fallon, you hearing this discussion? Your socks match today? Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's cool.
He's trying to prove an insane point. I feel.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got a matching. He's got a
course.
matching.
Saying, like-
he's
I
got a
feel like I would
matching,
go
yeah.
nuts if they weren't the same thing.
I just feel like some people would be down to just wear like a brown sock with like another sock that is taupe, but
Yeah.
maybe different
I was
material
hearing,
makeup.
I was saying this is like maybe you have like only white socks or only black socks, and then but it's two different brands mixed together on your feet. I would not like that.
I could not
See,
do that.
I know people. I know a dude that literally wears tube sock up and then wear like a Puma ankle sock, and it doesn't bug him. And I'm like, you're crazy, dude.
Cool, I just,
I mean,
I just almost threw up.
yeah, no, I'm like, that's
Vomited.
and they're wearing like boots too.
Yeah.
That is like a level. That's not like his sensory stuff where he's making a normal thing work around his thing.
Yeah.
That's like a level of being okay with
Chaos.
flop. It's
Yeah.
like that's
Timothy,
Amelia
if we're being
Bedelia
honest,
stuff.
That
you know what I
is
mean?
dissociation at its peak.
Yeah, if you can't feel that, I would feel that even if I was blind and I put those, I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I'm like, that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
right, and I
yeah,
got to start over.
Yeah.
I understand two different colors of the same type of sock better
Yeah.
than I do that.
And can I say something? I know I've talked about the Rototo socks. Hold on, real quick. Couple weeks ago, I started the pod by saying, all right, I just want to let everybody here know I finally bought the fucking socks. I bought the Rototos, this, that, and the other. So I did that, right? Then somebody on Discord, a listener, said, I was listening to the pod and I was listening with my wife, and she said, why does this guy think anybody gives a shit about what socks he bought? And it's also like,
Hell
you're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Shout
you're
out
not
that
wrong.
person's wife. We're on the same page, baby.
So I did just want to show some love and be like, bring me down to earth,
yeah.
God
and
bless.
that is one of those comments that's like, oh man, what are we doing? You know what I mean? That's lore of
Shit. But now, a month or two out of having Rototos, I might just re-up before we're out. Having nice socks has changed it for me. I love having nice socks to pick through in the morning. And they all have different weights and densities, and I love those 3-packs, whether they're the 3-packs are the exact same or the 3-pack mixes. I can't speak enough to the Rototos and how dumb I am for waiting for so long. So anyone out there, if you're at all, just buy them. They're really, really, really nice, and it's a fun thing every morning to consider the sock. So yeah, socks rule.
You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Everyday carry. Always have a hat and sunglasses on me.
I mean, I think that's probably a solid thing to do. Plus, like, you can completely change your outfit a few different ways. You know what I mean? With just kind of switching up accessories.
Totally.
Yeah. So I actually just had this conversation with Michelle this morning. I was inspired by you with your hydro flask making tea in the morning, and
I've left it 2 different times now.
damn it. Is that what you just realized in that moment when I said
think
that?
I think it's in the car. I don't know where it's at.
No, wait, I saw it.
Maybe it's in Abby's office. That
in
might have been
Abby's
the
office?
one from the day before. Now I'm thinking
It's in Abby's office because
Well,
I saw it, thinking,
I don't think the
hydro.
hydro flask could come. I can't wait to figure it out. If it's still hot,
I bet it is.
I'm gonna invest in their company today.
Yeah, it's like me telling Scrub Daddy, we gotta get in Scrub Daddy's pockets. But I think I'm in the market for a new tote because I'd like to have the daily carry heading into winter. I have a hat with me today, but I carried it loose on my person, and I've been trying to be better about packing a little lunch, and I'm also doing my little teas in the morning. And with now my skin's all cracking, my lips are all chapped and shit. So there's things I'd like to have on me. I don't feel as strongly in the summer for some reason. I feel like I'm more down to just be loose in the world. But come winter, have a little extra 1-2s. So I think I'm gonna cop a tote next week. But this is great. Everyday carry, have a hat, sunglasses with me. Willie, our boy Willie, he's got enough to survive for days.
Yeah.
Snacks.
He's
got
a traveler.
lotions.
He is a traveler.
He's a traveler, and he's got. I don't know if he's even in here, but I'd be tempted to have him come. Maybe we could do that.
Like, what's in my
a
bag?
YouTube video, what's in the bag of
Yeah.
what
Okay.
CC employees carry? Because Willie, truly, he can survive for a week or two.
What do you on pastries alone? What things do you carry?
Well, I don't carry
I don't
much
carry
right
much
now,
on
but I'm
me.
saying heading into winter, I'd like to change it because I have been prepping myself. That's an old man ripping a geek bar.
Hell
Yeah, bro.
Drinking a large
Yeah.
Ozo. Vanilla blueberry flavor or whatever. A pink and
He's vibing too.
purple would be.
He's walking slow as hell with that coffee.
He's just doing his
ripping the
damn
health bar.
thing, dude. No, that's what I'm saying. Summertime when it's warm out, I don't feel the need because I could fit everything in a jacket pocket. But now I have been making my teas in the morning. I've been trying to pack a sandwich or a snack or have something on me in that regard. I like to have some chapstick. I like to have a beanie. Maybe a change of socks because your socks get wet when we're walking shit out to UPS. I would just like to have some things for winter, and I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun because then it's another little thing you get to have. You tie something to it. It's cool. It's cute. Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be a beanie, chapstick, extras.
Yeah.
What would you or you're not? Because you also like
in
to
my
be loose
dream,
in the world.
I want to have canceled Sean P. Holmes, obviously, rest in hell. But that man that followed him around with the umbrella and stuff. That's what I want. I want somebody that carries all my things.
He had a
for
guy
me.
that did his biddings and carried his shit.
Yeah.
It was like a
name.
butler, basically.
Yeah, he was like a butler. Yeah. You know
Or
what?
something like
Yeah,
that.
it was weird.
It was.
Now that I'm thinking about
it's
it, but
probably more than.
my main thing is I don't want to carry any. I don't want anything in my pockets at all.
Huh.
I don't want anything on me ever. The second I can stick it in my brain, upload it all, baby. I don't want cards on me.
Yeah.
I don't want a phone on me. I don't want anything.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Apple
hate
Pay
it.
has made. I love.
I want it in my hand. I
Yeah.
want to put it. I want to swipe my hand. I don't care what it does to me. Who cares?
No, it's.
I mean, we're gotta be right around the corner from that, dude.
Well, in Colorado, you can get your license on your phone too, which is
Sick.
so. Like, it's just, it makes sense.
I like leather goods a lot. You know what I mean? Like I like them as an object, but I don't like carrying them. I don't like things in my pockets. I feel like it ruins the lines of clothes. I don't want any markings on my clothes from a wallet. That's dumb.
You don't want the
I
patina.
don't want any of that stuff.
You like the wallet fade, bro?
Even when no, I don't want the wallet. My brass knuckle
I
fade.
was gonna say.
That's the worst one. Brass knuckle fades. You know who I'm least scared of in life? Anybody with brass knuckles fades. I think that even when I was carrying like my old Comme des Garçons wallet, it was like it was not a wallet that fit in any pocket. It was
No, you
like,
just
it was
carried
like,
it.
It was like a small clutch.
I have the exact same one that
a
you used to
hobo
have, and I
wallet.
love
Yeah,
it.
and it's great. And I but I basically carry a car key if I have to. And I carry, and that doesn't fit in anything anymore. So you just have to carry that one loose. It also should be on my phone, just to be clear. Technically is, but I don't fully trust it because it's kind of slow. But I technically can do it with my phone.
Yeah.
But I don't trust it. I have then I have a card case that has like 4 things in it. Abby takes most of them out of there. The nanny has the other cards. I don't know. I have like a credit card and the ID.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes.
you truly are a passenger in a lot of ways, and I mean that respectfully. As
I don't have that stuff on me. I don't keep those things on me.
What are you gonna?
It's all on my phone if I really needed it.
You know, it's kind of like between the two of you, Abby handles admin for the family. Yes.
Yeah,
Largely.
Abby wouldn't let anybody handle admin for her.
So
Period.
when we were in Winnipeg for Dean's wedding, the day after we all met up and we got breakfast, it's when I had those Turkish eggs. I think about it every day. Delicious fucking breakfast. Delicious fucking breakfast. But we were sitting there chatting, and I had said to Mishan, I said, "Fuck, you still got to get on my Verizon. We can get new phones for like free if I bring a line on, we get so much shit. You just got to join in." And Dean's wife looks at me and she goes, "Wait, you handle the admin?" It blew her fucking mind. Couldn't believe it. I go, "Oh, no. It's just this one thing that I handle, but Shane handles it otherwise." So I don't know.
There's a handful of
get
things
you.
I handle. I handle the important stuff, like the water delivery.
Yeah.
That's all me, and there's
Water's
never a
life.
mistake there.
Yeah.
I handle the water delivery. I handle the reorganizing of the fridge.
Yep.
Which
When that needs to
happen.
be dealt with, I deal with that. I handle the straightening up.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to get into the bank account. Wouldn't know how.
You've said that
I
since
don't know
the
how to
day
do
I
it.
met you. You said, "I couldn't tell you how much money we have. I couldn't tell you where it's at."
I have like approximates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
This
that's
is my
cool.
luxury in life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I'm with you. And for the record, anytime we got something going on here or we're going to do something as a group outside of work, and Abby, I like knowing Abby's got it under control. She books our flights to Japan, books our hotels. Abby's
she like
good
loves
at that.
it.
She's
It's
so
like
good at it,
something
and I
about
trust
it is fun to her.
she's going to do a better job than I am, and she's going to find the deals, and it's going to be organized. And
I
I
can
just trust
do
her.
it, but I'm not going to do any research. It's going to be the first thing that comes up. I just do that.
No.
I'm not going to think about it beyond that. I will
Yeah.
pay through the ears just so I can be like, I'm not.
Just
done.
tell me I'm done.
I
Just tell
wanna
me
be
I'm done,
done.
and here's
Yeah.
the money. Yeah.
So it's more thorough if she does it. is
She's
the
just
reality.
good at it. She's just good at it.
Oh,
So-
I handle all animal things except for vet stuff. She tends to handle the vet stuff, but everything else, I handle all animal needs.
Like food,
I take
feeding.
nice care of these cats. These
Yeah.
cats live like royalty, and they came from a barn.
I haven't talked
Both
on
of
the
them.
pod about the dilemma I had with my dog a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's time.
That's not
So here we go.
as it goes.
Basically, our dog was his one of his paws was bothering him, and when I feed him, he gives me shake, and then he gives it to me and he squeals at me. I was like, "What are we doing, bro?" And so I'm looking at it and I'm feeling in between the paws, and everything's fine.
You being offended at that is very funny.
Well, no, because
What
I was
the
like,
hell?
"What are we doing, dude? Why are you yelling at me?" You know, I just want to paw. So I'm looking at it, and he doesn't care about me touching his paws. I'm up in there looking all close, and can't figure out what's bothering him. And a couple days go by, and he starts to limp, and I see what he had done is he gnaws on his nails. You know what I mean? And he bit completely through it. So the nail was like almost detached, but not detached. So every step he took, it would move and pinch that little thing they got, their little finger actual. You know what I mean? So I had to wrap him up in a blanket. Cole gave me some cleaning supplies, and I had to wrap him up in a blanket. And basically, like, I cleaned my cuticle nippers, and I have his little nail clipper, and he and
You had to cut the vein thing. Right?
I was basically able to it was hanging on with such little of tension or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I went to take my thought was like, okay, cool. It's like the latter half of the nail is more or less detached. So
Yeah.
it can't be, if it's not living, it can't be attached to the little vein anymore. As he's wrapped in a blanket and I'm like cradling him in such a way that I can get there, you know what I mean? Boom. He takes his paw, yanks it out, no problem, done, healed. 2 days later, fully healed. But it was a whole to do. Cole gave me a whole bunch of cleaning supplies and shit. But so anyone out there, it's not that bad. If you can get that nail off, it heals up really quick.
Better go in the
And
bed.
he's back. He's good as new. No problem.
Yeah.
You got to what we just started doing is we with Jeff, R.I.P. We just trimmed him a lot. Like it was like a once every other week thing that we just stayed
really?
on top of, because otherwise,
Yeah.
if they split or something, it's like a whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think that's what had happened because I could tell there was a bunch of teeth marks. He had been gnawing on it. You know what I mean? So I think it had like a little split or something broke off, and he was trying to get it off. Either way, we got it rectified. But I had to perform operation.
Yeah.
On the
In the
young
towel.
man.
How are your nails these days? You don't perform as many operations on yourself these days, I've noticed.
No, I mean
I used
you're
to
not
find
going to
you
be able
all
to
over
see.
the place. You'd be in some weird corner of the business, just
I'd have a box cutter. I used to trim my cuticles with a box cutter knife. Specifically, if we got fresh ones, they were nice and sharp, slice right through. But then sometimes
he would always be like, "Oh, don't use that one. Don't use that one." And I'd be like, "Is this one of the skin ones?"
I was a chronic nail biter, and I still pick. At the beginning, I'm still picking, but I'm not biting the nail so much as I am just picking and gnawing around the skin. So it's gotten a lot better. I would say it's improved like 1 million times. My fingers used to be so swollen that I wouldn't be able to get my phone out of my pocket. I'd have to use these 2 fingers because these would be so fucked up and
Jesus,
swollen
man.
and infected.
Dude, every single time I get a hangnail, I just never have learned my lesson. I look at it and I go, "Oh no." And I pull it off and then just blood. And you're like, "Oh no."
Yeah, it goes on for a long time, but I have not fully, I've crested the hill. I have not left it in the past, but I'm really good about not biting, more or less. I still will fuck with and pick, chew on some skin here and there. But any nail biters out there, you can certainly, you can defeat it.
You can stop.
Not fully, but mostly.
You can get, I've been biting my nails.
You can still pick.
You can still pick.
You can
I
pick.
would say I was a nail biter and chewer for at least 27 years of my life.
Yeah.
Like comfortably. Hey, G.
This is definitely going to be a part 1, part 2 situation. by the
What are
way.
we at, Cole?
We're
We're not even through the front page. So
We're at an hour and 5.
No. way.
okay, well let's
like
let's
lingered
get
a
it.
little
Let's
bit.
We'll
get
get
a
to the
few more.
mark that we decided, and then I think we're good.
Let's yeah. We might even want to be a little before that now that I'm looking at it.
Matching. Try not to be too matchy with colors. Contrast and playing with different tones and shades is more interesting to me than just trying to have everything to match.
So what this is learn values. Like in painting, don't worry about different colors. It's a big thing. So I agree with this. I think it's a great way to start, because if you understand that kind of like, you have a lot more leeway if you're not going like, well, I want to wear red and this. It's like that's like these are bold color. You need to understand like the color wheel to be doing this correctly.
Yeah.
Whereas like tonally, you can there's a lot of play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If you're kind of just operating in different values,
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I think that I like to do this when I style models. If I'll have something that's like what I call like a monotone fit, it'll be browns, grays, taupes, blacks, do that. This is a good thing. Although in the same breath, I love a kit. I love the exact same fabric matching top and bottom, as I was talking porcelain linen
Well,
kit.
I think the thing you might be getting at is that if you do have a desire to do pop of color type stuff, I think that then if you make the easiest way to do that is to go pretty much full monotone and then bring in one loud color. That's the easiest way to do it, because it's a bold choice. It's a bold choice amongst the outfit, but you're not really gonna it's not gonna be like, oh my God, what's
Yeah. You talk about there's an artist in Chicago. We don't need to say his name. He's famous, but you would say anytime that he'd come through, he would have on beat khakis, a white T-shirt, a hat, and then some wild fucking sneaker that was beat to shit. And that's where he experimented.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a cool way.
Yeah,
if you want to have some cool like runners, or you know what I mean, like that's a cool way to have some cool runners, is to have the rest of it low key, more monotone or less special, and then the shoe or something's loud. That's
and then
cool.
it makes it the focal point, because it's going to try to be the focal point regardless. So and listen, I don't want to say this is a blanket statement, because it's not. If you understand like color theory really well and putting together outfits, we shouted out Icky before. That man can do no wrong. He understands what he's doing, but he's also an artist. He's very good with clothes, and he puts it all together in a way that like it makes sense, and it's obviously thought through.
Yeah.
So that when you're wearing blue, red, yellow, all these things, it doesn't. It blends together in a way that makes perfect sense, and it doesn't feel like putting it on, and that's a different thing. So it's just it's a matter. Sometimes this stuff really comes down to like how much work do you want to put into getting good at this versus like do you just want to like kind of be safe with the choices that you're making because it feels big to you.
Yeah.
If doing that feels big to you, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Is the reality. You know what I mean?
Like Cole, you're pretty comfortable to experiment and wear color.
Yeah.
Like you like wearing color.
I
and
like
think
pops
today
and
you've
stuff.
got a lot of textures going on and you got the proportions. He's got Dickies.
But it's a uniform thing. You have everything is like work oriented.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like work clothes. But then because of that, you can make it be overalls and a coverall and the pull on boot and all that shit. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because it all works in the same space. But that's because you understand that, and then that's why it works. But I think if people don't understand that and are just trying to jam a bunch of stuff together, that's just going to look,
kind of
make a camel.
Yeah,
kind of
totally.
situation.
Know the rules to break the rules.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And also, like Timothy said, you know right now at time of listening if you're the person to do that or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or if
totally.
you see people that are inspiring to you and that's what they're doing, then that's great. Just work towards that. I would say the easiest thing is honestly like learn a color wheel and know what complements are so that you're not clashing stuff because that's what often happens. It's just, it'll be like the wrong tone of yellow with that blue rather than trying to figure out a way to like make them blend better.
Yeah.
It's a lot more intentional than it appears, I think. And if it doesn't look, and if you're like, oh, it looks so like they threw it together, it's because they've built a wardrobe over the years that perfectly complements itself. You know?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of agree, kind of don't, if that makes sense, but mostly on the same page of that this rule. Yeah.
Can I do a quick shout out?
Yeah.
Shout out to Sir Isaac Newton, who created the color wheel and started
that right? I
color
didn't know
theory.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I watched a video on his fits and he was like, he had that shit down, dude.
Yeah.
For real?
80-20 rule, 30-30-30 rule. Like he had all the cool.
Yeah.
I was
Cool.
like, didn't know it.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't. You're
Sir Isaac
I'm telling
Newton.
listeners. Yeah, sir. Yeah, he was the
What'd
first
he
person.
do?
He created the color wheel.
No, but what else is he famous for?
The apple
apple?
hit him, the gravity thing.
Okay.
He did a bunch of.
I would have
bunch of
guessed,
shit, yeah.
but I was like, that's Johnny Appleseed, bro. So
That's the Jolly Green Giant.
you guys, the green bean guy.
Created green beans, obviously. Yeah.
Do you think Johnny Appleseed and the Jolly Green Giant are the same guy?
No, he just said that. Yeah.
So the idea of that
Wait,
guy.
fuck.
He's like an all green guy with a pot on his head. And you're like, what is this?
Throwing fucking apple seeds,
Pushed them together.
green beans together.
Yeah.
Mixing brands. No mixing what I considered rival brands. As an obvious example, I can't wear Nike and Adidas at the same time. Just feels weird to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When I'm at the gym and I think about this, when I see someone with the Nikes and then the Nike socks with the Adidas shoes, I'm like, it is weird.
I
don't know.
completely agree.
Yeah.
When Cole started reading this, I go, what a strange rule. And then I got to thinking, I was like, well, I'll be damned wearing some Nike indoors with the Adidas sweats.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah,
I do
you know
agree.
what? I don't know how it pertains to like,
Like
more
this?
specifically like what we do.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that like anyone has any like real beef that like at least that I'm aware of, or the public is aware of.
No.
But that does make sense to me when
Yep.
you're talking about that.
Those two together.
I
Do you think it's
co-sign.
just a brand? It's like Nike socks with a swoosh with Adidas. That just. But if you couldn't see if it was like an Adidas sock that didn't have a logo, you wouldn't fucking.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
No,
that.
wouldn't
but
care,
I think you have to consider. Yeah, I don't think it applies here. Like I don't think Coddle Toshi doesn't have a problem with it.
with like
You know what I'm
capital
saying?
or some
Like,
shit.
so,
Yeah.
You know, but I do think when it's a brand that has global recognition, like Nike or like an Adidas or
Puma.
throw out fucking anything like
Yeah.
that, like, and then you like in my head you think Nike and then you immediately think Adidas. Those are in the same world. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I wanted to be like, I don't know about this.
But,
I can't think of like another example either, but I do hate that so much that I agree
I
with it
wouldn't-
because
I-
that's
yeah, I
a
wouldn't
good
do it.
enough point to prove it.
I think of like maybe Polo and like Tommy Hilfiger or something. Like
Yeah, there was a time in history where you wouldn't want to have like the polo like a Ralph Lauren polo with the Hilfiger jeans. I
Yeah.
think that's wrong.
yeah, that would be.
But the time has passed. You know,
this guy, you need to explain yourself a little.
I need like another example.
Yeah.
But
In our
currently
world.
the example is so good that I'm going with it.
Outfit repeating. Pro outfit repeating, but never back-to-back days.
I don't care about this. I don't care about this at all. First of all, I don't like people that don't like. I hate outfit repeating. It's like, well, then how are you ever gonna break something in? Are we gonna wear it like once a week?
Yeah.
What are you gonna wear? I mean, we're gonna be 7 years in before the things had more than
And what you're gonna
wears on it.
rid yourself of the joy of an outfit you liked?
Yeah.
Like if you feel good in some shit and you want to rock it, then just do it.
I mean, you got to change your underwear and your undershirt and your socks. I get all that stuff,
Oh,
but
of
I don't
course.
care.
Let's
For the
beyond
record,
that.
this person is pro what we're saying, but not back-to-back days.
Yeah.
So I don't give him too much venom. But I would probably
just don't
not wear
care.
the exact
I
same
don't know
thing
why I don't
back-to-back, but I've certainly worn a coddle jacket 3 days in a row with different
Yeah.
pants. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I guess maybe if you're talking about if it's exclusive to like the whole outfit, I get that to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a weekend, you didn't see
Like if
anybody.
yeah, but
Who
the thing
cares?
is,
That's what I do.
and also with the way that I dress with a lot of people here, it's like most of my stuff is already so similar that like
It kind of looks the same.
if I'm not outfit repeating, I am anyway. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
There's items in the wardrobe that get repeated in a given week because I'll spin out like on one pair of jeans for like
Yeah.
I'll go that's the
100%.
jeans I'm wearing this week. And because they're like they get opened up, they get nice, they're good to go. And then by the
Yeah.
time I'm like, it's time to wash them or do something with them, then I just move to a different one and I do that until it's ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
kind of pro, kind of against.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
hem those fatigues from the cotton linen set, and I might wear it every day next week. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I get what you're saying. I think back-to-back days is definitely a little tough, but if you're talking about one single item, I think that's perfectly fine.
No.
yeah,
Oh,
and also
totally.
it's something that we said in the previous episode regarding this whole thing is no one cares. So if you like it, you should do it.
Yeah.
That's it. You want to wear if you want to wear the same jacket for a year straight, that's actually kind of cool. And in fact, when we picked up James Coward, they were running that image of the
replica
artist
jacket.
friend with the black one that just wore it for like however many days straight, and it was beat to shit and thrashed, and like that single-handedly made a lot of people a James Coward fan.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Tank tops. Always wear a tank top under my shirt if it's hot outside or if I'm going to be sweating.
What does the tank top do for you? In that?
That's kind of what I was wondering. I'm like, that
Because it's
doesn't
like the
catch-
sweaty part is your arms.
It's not like an
I'm not-
undershirt.
I'm not sweating on my belly.
I never really understood. You
The
know who
tank
does
top?
wear this a lot is Al. And he looks good in it.
I don't think I'm not going to discuss whether it looks good or not. I think
Yeah.
it does look good, especially if you're kind of like you got a
got,
nice little
like-
build on you,
yeah.
and you're showing off. I think that's really cool.
You got the wife pleaser
Now
on.
I am a little sick of the like camp shirt with it underneath. I'm talking like the Marnie
Yeah.
camp shirt with that
With,
really
like,
tight. I think
jorts on.
that got a little overplayed
Yeah.
a couple
Yep.
summers ago. But other than that,
it sounds to me like this is just this person's steez, whether it's sensory or otherwise.
my
Yeah.
grandfather always wore a tank top or then eventually a very tight thin crew neck shirt under everything he did no matter what.
Maybe
But I
it's
don't
like
understand.
a-
The tank top specifically doesn't make sense to me. Is it like
No,
you
I
don't want
underst-
it to feel on your skin? I guess I've never talked this out.
No, the shirt makes perfect sense because there's what you're getting at is then you sweat throughout the day, and more often than not, you throw that in the laundry, but the jacket or the shirt
It's
is
fine.
still
Yeah.
good. You're not washing your shit all the time.
But
I
not
don't
on
mean
a
for that to
tank
be
top.
gross. We all agree that
Not on a
that's what we
tank top.
do. But with a tank top, that doesn't offer that function.
No.
So that, I agree with you. What does the
I-
tank top offer as a function?
Yeah, I am confused as what, and it's not like shapewear. You know what I
No,
mean?
it
So
is,
it's
yes.
not doing that.
It's-
So I don't know what a tank top is for. Now that I'm saying it out loud, but that being said,
He also said if it's hot out.
I like to have an undershirt on.
Maybe
I'm
they just
saying
mean
if
so they could take the shirt off and they're just in that.
Oh, and they can unbutton it, maybe.
Maybe.
And also,
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Huh.
something too, and it's off the piggybacking him with the. I really don't think a wife beater looks good under shit, and I am ready for that trend to hit the road.
You're talking
Like,
like,
when people are styling full outfits and then they're completing it with a ribbed wife beater wife pleaser underneath their garments, and that is I really don't like.
you're talking like Silver Lake Boy wearing
Does that
like
mean?
Silver Lake.
Lake.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
in
exactly.
where he's
Yeah.
wearing
like
like
what Timothy said, camp
yeah.
shirt with a wife beater underneath.
Exactly.
Wife,
Big
I'm sorry.
shorts.
This is the problem. I believe that you are having a reaction to a trend that happened. Not
think-
so much because I think that's such a classic look. I
Yeah,
have no
sure.
problem with that overall.
Sure. And for the dude
There's
that's
a
been
time
doing
and
it like
place.
your
The
grandpa or
outsiders,
something,
basically.
been doing it his whole life, he probably looked cool as hell with
Dude.
the wife beater poking out.
I'm gonna be honest. I see the Silver Lake guy doing it, and I'm like, and he's in like kind of the Western wear for no reason. And I'm
Yeah,
like, it's good.
wearing some Wrangler
He
jeans.
I'm responding-
He looks hot. I get it. As far, I'm not like a lady, but I'm like, I get what they're appealing. Well, I don't know. You can be appealed to however you want to, but
Yeah.
I think that I think it looks good.
See, I don't.
I disagree. I think it's because you're not dressing to be sexy.
I'm not
in
dressing
any
to be
way.
sexy.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
don't think I've ever worn a sexy outfit. I think the sexiest
But
I
I don't
get
like-
is just wearing a shirt and shorts.
But I don't like that you're trying to take it away from the boys that want to.
I'm not trying to take it away from the boys.
I
I'm
like
saying
it for them.
visually, I don't like it. If you want to dress sexy, that's cool. I think there's other moves you can make.
Hold
that's
on.
a cheap move.
Hold on. I would love to know what these moves are that you think they are. Put
I
everything
think,
else down.
I
wanna
think there's
hear-
other things that
What are
dudes,
things
like
guys could
good-looking
do to
dudes
dress
that
sexy?
dress well, maybe have a little bit more buttons undone. I think that can be
but
communicate
nothing underneath.
sexy.
You want it to be
I,
nothing.
I think that
Ricky,
is
a la
sexier.
Ricky Martin.
Oh,
I think that is
what I love.
sexier than like a ribbed
Dripping
tank top.
candle wax on yourself is sexy.
Speaking Spanish. You can learn Spanish, but you can learn a second language. No, I don't know. And I don't know. I think that you can be.
Guys don't have a lot of moves to look sexy.
No,
in
I know,
clothes.
but what I'm saying is
Tight
that isn't
jeans.
it for me.
in tank tops.
yeah.
So we can't take this away from them because there's not that many things that they have.
No, because then it gets.
Yeah.
Tight leather jackets.
If you take the shirt off completely, then you're the
that's insane.
shirtless guy.
You need
know?
it so that you can be sexy in the shirt, in regular clothes.
I hate it.
I know you're digging your heels in harder right now. I feel it, which is driving me nuts.
No, listen, I don't know. I think
You
I
don't
think
hate it. You've suggested that we carry them before.
no, not tank tops. Not ribbed. I like a tank top. I like a cotton t-shirt. Tank top.
What?
Like a la Dylan Reader.
That's the same thing.
compared to
completely
a
different.
wife, you're something that's like not as form fitting, like not as tight.
I'm saying, can you explain it for me? You know what I'm saying?
He's
There's
right. I
the
mean, yeah.
ribbed tank that
And
fits
there's
you like a
cotton
glove.
jersey tank, and
And then
one's a
imagine
little
a
bit
t-shirt
more
in the exact same
form-fitting than the
silhouette.
other.
Yeah, I'll do that all
This
day.
is just a bad
do that all
argument,
day.
Chase. I mean, I'm normally with you, brother, but I used your government,
I
which
was
I
just gonna
rarely
say,
do.
dude,
I
you
just think
called
this is
me
a bad take. What do you mean you like one and not the other? It's the same thing.
For me, I really don't know. It's literally the fabric. I think the more we talk about
It's
it,
just the
it's the
ribbedness.
rib nature for whatever
What
reason.
if a girl wears it? Are you okay with it then?
It's completely different.
Oh, come on.
It's completely different because a
Come
girl's not
on.
wearing a chore coat with a leather thing. Like it's when guys are having like a heavy layer on, but then they got the tank top because the ribbed thing because they want to be sexy.
It's like low cut.
I don't know.
They got some
It's the
necklaces on.
trend of it. And I think if you want to do that and
That's
you want
what
to
I
show
mean.
some chest and
I'm
shit,
fine to
there's
say it's
other
over-
materials
Yeah.
that maybe would be a better. I like it if it's just not the rib material. I actually think that is literally what I'm trying to
Listen,
communicate
it's
here.
been overplayed. I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. It's been overplayed. And if
agree
you're
with that.
responding to like, vintage guy wearing a lot of, that shirt, okay, I get it.
I'm
That's a
responding to
little
the
annoying.
trend, and I don't
That's
like
fine.
the fabric. I think the look and what you're trying to communicate, I'm all for. I think it would be done better if you bought the jersey material, just the standard cotton t-shirt material. Like if you bought a fucking tank top from a band you like. I'm just talking regular white. Dylan Reader with it tucked into his little black pants and the fucking black skate shoes. You know what I mean? That's cool. Dylan Reader's sexy. That's a hot guy.
If Dylan Reader walks from here to where Cole is, you don't even know which one he's got on.
I'm a little lost here. I don't know what
He doesn't like when it's ribbed, but if it's not ribbed and it's just jersey and the same thing,
Then I like it.
We're okay.
That's what. But then I keep thinking of like a Hurley tank top.
Yeah, sure.
That you would get like that was.
I don't give a
the
shit about
rage.
the brand. It's material. Yeah.
I
I would wear one of those all summer.
The take is crazy. And you'd need to, at least if you're going to keep this, you at least need to acknowledge that, or I'm not moving on.
I wholly acknowledge it.
Okay.
I wholly do.
The take's crazy. It's a
the
bad
longer
take.
we get into it, I'm not able to articulate it, and I'm not even sure how I really feel anymore. But I don't like the ribbed material, and I don't like the trend. I like what guys are trying to do, and I understand what they're trying to do.
Okay.
I think
In
if
the
they're-
same way he's digging in his heels into the sand right now, boys, get the work done. I want it. I want tank tops. In fact, get the shirt off. Tanks only. If you got performative tattoos, we want to see them. I
Well,
like
see,
it.
Well, and that's the thing too. As much as I like wearing my cutoffs and shit, going in public with them is a different story because then I'm like, everybody thinks that he's wearing a tank top because he's got all the tattoos to show. And that's not the case. I'll wear a tank top if it's hot as shit out. You know what I mean? I'm also responding to dude getting a little chest tattoo and starts wearing a wife beater. You know what I mean?
This seems like it's hitting you.
If you're not going to wear a
personal
wife
level.
beater otherwise, but you get a little chest tattoo and you start wearing a wife beater, then I got a problem.
Okay, we need to move on from this.
It's like you ever been to a restaurant?
I got a few more minutes here.
You ever been to a restaurant and you saw a dude with a new tattoo on this arm and he's got his sleeve rolled up, but you could tell it was days ago, and he just got it because he wants to have it out? That's
he keeps putting on the lotion.
Yeah. He's like,
Aquaphor on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't put in lotion on any single tattoo I ever got. I was like, nope, that's the way it is. Now peel it off. I like it. I'm pro it. And listen, I understand. I'm fine to be like overplayed. Maybe we need to back off for a summer, let something else happen. But I think we cannot be taking these things away from the boys. We don't have that many options for being sexy guys, no matter where you are in the world or how you like to present. We don't have that many options.
Yeah.
We need this. We need tank tops. We need tight jeans.
Yeah.
A la Bruce Springsteen 501s. We need these things.
yeah.
That's all we got.
That's
You know
fine.
what I mean?
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do? Show off your ankle?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have that many things.
You guys can see mine. It's a straight line. Ground up. They've been busted up so many times. Bummy
Ankle ass.
ankles. Straight
Show
line,
off your
baby. It's the
cankles.
same. It's the same. You see me from behind, back to my legs, straight down. That's why my shit hangs off me all.
My friend had that situation where it was just like no matter how much he worked out, no matter what he did, it went from knee to foot. It was just knee to foot, like a G.I. Joe.
Just ankles.
Yep.
Yeah. And like, it's just been so long. I don't know if I ever had them. I may have never had them. I just know certainly they've been damaged so many times that they are permanently the shape that they are.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
You saw me limping around Japan. It's afterwards.
It's the smallest fall you've ever seen in your life.
Damn.
All right, move on to the next thing. What do we got? Two
Hey,
more,
listen,
maybe?
if you like wearing tank tops, I love it for you, man. I do.
Okay.
I take it all
There
back.
it is. There it is. You know I'm right. We can't take this away from the boys.
No,
They're already spazzing out on FanDuel. We can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, let's speed run these.
Hey,
Let's do that.
We don't gotta rush. We got time, baby. We could just
Let's do one or two more, depending on how whatever tangent we get off on this one, and then there's obviously going to be a part 2.
Yeah, this might even be a fucking part 3 at
What
this
time?
point.
What time are we out on the day, Cole?
It's 6.
We gotta go home.
It's 6.
It's done. We're done.
Oh, that's it, guys.
We'll
Push
just
it over
keep
the table.
We got like 10-ish more minutes, so we can probably
Let's
get
do
a
2
couple.
more. We'll do 2 more and we'll be good.
Okay, light colors. No white/light colored shoes if it's raining or snowing.
That just seems practical.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a
Also,
sensible
I would
individual.
never listen to this.
Yeah,
I
no,
do whatever I want all the time. I
see
don't care
both
about
you
the weather.
guys.
Yeah, but it's a very sensible thing, and I already
Yeah, it's probably the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And obviously, you probably don't want to wear suede if it's doing that either. You know what I mean? These are pretty obvious. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
What about like a white
What's up, Abs?
boot?
Oh, listen.
Oh, you look like you were looking for
Yeah, it
something.
looked like you were.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna
We're
load.
almost done.
We're all good.
All right, so no white light colored shoes if it's raining, snowing. Yeah, makes
That's
perfect
fine.
sense.
I mean, I won't listen to
Sure.
that rule or ever apply it in my own life.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I want forever and always. Amen. But I don't think that
do
it
not,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Do not tell this man what to do.
No, I've seen both of you guys. I've seen you in catch balls when it's like 3 feet of snow.
Yeah.
And then I love like we were talking about Chase with his fingerless gloves, and then we were like, you were wearing like 18 layers, and then you're wearing like Bostons with socks.
Yeah.
And we're like-
Son of a bitch.
The outside world is not going to tell me what to do.
yeah, no,
If I wanted to wear the Bostons and it's snowing, then I'm going to wear the Bostons when it's snowing, and I'll suffer the consequences.
yeah.
He's a grown ass man who pays his way through life. What do you want to know?
I'm
The
not
snow
going to
hitting
have
the toe and
this tell
shoving
me.
it in
I don't like. I hate it. I hate that. I'm not going to change my clothes.
I
for
don't
the
think they're
weather.
telling you to do that though. They're
No,
just saying
I
that's
just-
how they do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But
But I'm not going to do it.
no, that's fair. That's fair. I do think it's a really fair thing, and I'm excited for my fingerless gloves. But those suckers took such a beating last year. You know, the best kind of gloves though are just go to Circle K, grab some scissors, cut them straight across. Done.
I wonder if I could wear a Keds like my grandma wore, like a white
Pair of white
The
Keds.
low profile white
Like a
one.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Once you made the sale, stop selling, Cole.
enough.
I can only
He
take
said
so
he
much.
likes it, dude. Stop.
Necessary accessory. Always have some sort of net accessory/jewelry, not counting hat and glasses. It doesn't have to be visible. I just like knowing that if it's there.
Well, I love this line of thinking.
I really like this, and I think there's a lot to
just
unpack.
for me things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just for me little things.
100%.
Yeah.
And in some ways, I do it with the bandana in my pocket. I don't have one today. I took it out. But in some ways, I'll do that.
Want to know a weird one for me that I don't even like use half the time, but I do like collecting them?
Yeah.
Is weird old keychains. So I have a bunch of like cool like hand carved keychains and a bunch of like weird like rocks that are on key.
Oh, cool, yeah,
People
that you just
obviously
like
just
to
made
have.
them that I'll buy them up.
Yeah.
Because you're like on eBay and you're like $3, shipping. It's $5 for that
Might as
weird,
well,
that
it's
weird
cool.
object.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I've got a bunch of those and I love like having them on like one key that I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, it's fun to use the mail key because it's got the weird.
No, I'm
that
with you.
weird
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
I like
yeah.
to touch on.
Set yourself up
That
for
kind of
little
stuff
fun
is-
experiences.
Yeah. It's nice to like also like I think take things that you buy and then slowly add little bits to them. Like obviously I'm not talking about like walking around with like a little boo-boo hanging off your shit like everyone's doing. But I think that having like a little something or like changing out buttons on a jacket that were kind of boring to something
Yeah.
that's more interesting. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
It just makes you like the thing more. It makes it a little more you. I like that.
Part of my hope to get a new tote soon is to have this fun, necessary accessory. Because, Yada came in and he had the cool Capital bandana tied on his handle. And I'd like to have, a little keychain or something that is affixed to the inner loop of the tote. Like things like that. That's cool.
Hold on one second, Chase. Hey, Alec, help her slow play that so she can try to get that out. Or tell Jen to wait a second. All right.
She's early.
Sorry.
So yeah, a necessary accessory. Cole, you're kind of a yard sale in a lot of ways, though.
I
So
gotta lie.
you've got shit on you. So you agree with this?
Yeah, I mean, because like, I feel like if I'm like wearing a watch with stuff, but I always like having a watch. I feel naked. Rings.
You're a glasses everyday guy, right?
Yeah.
You're
I
no
can't see.
contacts.
I have to. Next year, I gotta be wearing glasses most of the time.
'Cause
I gotta.
Dude, it's just driving.
Yeah.
I could, but I wouldn't.
I don't need it for that, but I need it for phones and everything that's close. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
quit it. I gotta quit ignoring
And
it.
I
I
like-
have 2 pairs of nice
I
glasses.
like your
just need to
glasses,
I have an extra pair. I just need to
Wear
put
'em.
lenses and I need to
Yeah.
get them updated and
Yeah.
I gotta do the whole, it's the whole thing.
That being said, actually, I am in the market. I need a new pair of opticals as well. I try to wear my old ones, but I got that prescription put in probably 2021, 2021, I think, 2022. Point being, my prescription hasn't changed that much, but I can tell a difference between the script in my contacts and the script in those.
I like you in a
And-
pair of glasses.
Me too.
Thank you.
I think you look nice
Everybody
in a
likes
pair
when
of
I wear
glasses.
those, but I hate it.
Well, I
hate
think
how
they're
I
just
look in
responding
those.
to you in glasses. I don't think to be honest with you, like if you were to go close your eyes and imagine what glasses they have on, I'm like, they have glasses, but I don't know what they
Yeah,
look like.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like they're just like
Yeah.
glasses.
I'm in the
it's more of
market for a new
personal-
pair. I'd like a pair of just black acetate, just black, or a thin wire, one or the other.
I find that like
Just get both.
big black acetate, like all black, because I wanted that for so long. It's kind of hard to pull off when I had it. It's kinda,
Yeah, but you ever
they-
seen somebody in it and you're
No,
like,
I
that's
agree.
fucking tight?
It just feels like they've built their life around that.
That
Yeah.
person
You know?
is a black glasses
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
I like it though. I'm not saying no. It's just saying the one time I did it, I really struggled with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
wasn't ready.
I think it'd be a new fun way to feel excited to get dressed. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You
yeah.
get a new pair of glasses, it's fun for a long time.
What about would you get a little? I've told you before. I would like you to have 2 diamond studs.
2 diamond studs?
Yeah.
I like
I want 2 diamond studs on you. It looks
Like
right to
earrings?
me when I
like
see it. Yeah.
little tiny, like just you see the
Honestly?
glisten.
I
I think it looked cool on.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not joking around.
I thought you were
I
talking.
know it seems funny, but I'm being
Yeah,
serious.
yeah. I mean, we could get myself some mock ones, style it out.
Yeah.
Clip-ons? No, we're putting
I told-
holes in those ears,
I
boy.
pierced these ears. I pierced one of my ears and couldn't get through the other one. I've said the story. I'm
Couldn't you
passed
tell?
out.
Couldn't get through it,
Bro, I
couldn't get
the
through
whole
it.
thing. My friend growing up, his older sister wanted to pierce my ears, so
Gotta say yes when the older sister.
I said,
says
"Yeah,
you have
great,
to."
let's do it. We'll
Yeah.
pierce my shit."
Yep, I'm also in love with you, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
But we
why I did
fucking
it.
dumbed it all down with an ice cube, burnt a pin, did the whole 9 yards. We're all gathered around. It was a whole event. We're gonna pierce mine and someone else's, one of our other buddies. Goes in and she goes, "Uh-oh." And I go, "What?" She goes, "It's not going through." And I said, "Well, just push it, dude. Like, make it go through." And it goes, pop to the other side. I swear to God, vision went black, like fucking curtains coming down at the end of a play, dude. I gotta go outside. Almost passed out, couldn't breathe. So it was rough. I don't think piercings are for me.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well,
All good.
we're gonna give it a try.
Well, we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
I might put the hoops back in.
Yeah.
Or at
That'd be
least
tight.
maybe put the 2 back in over here. The holes are still there anyway. I think I could get back through.
Get you some Lemaire rings, bro.
Ooh, I put a couple croissants in there.
Yeah.
Couple croissants.
Yeah.
Tight.
All right, let's move on.
Let's hit one more.
Yeah, last one. Slim fits. No more skinny/slim fit anything. What an awful time that was.
Everyone who says that always eats their words. So
Yeah.
sorry, buddy. It's gonna either you're gonna dig your hole, you're gonna dig your feet in, and then you're gonna be on the wrong side of it when you've got the loose shit on. You know what I'm saying? But no one's doing that anymore, and they're all saying what a bad time that was.
Yeah.
This is the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever you dig your heels in on this kind of shit, it loops to where you're the one in the wrong again. You know what I mean? Just like the slim fit will come back, and then everyone will be like, "Well, that was cool back then." And it's easy to say it now. Fashion changes. This is just what happens. Like it or not. The only thing you can do is stay 100% classic. Like you can go straight fit forever, nothing beyond that, or you're gonna play in the trend a little bit.
I do think, since we're just sharing opinions and I eat crow all the time, I do think I think that at most I'll go back to regular-ish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine. You can stay at classic, but if you stay wide, you're going to be on the wrong side eventually.
Yeah.
That's okay, by the way, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to like play it in the trend, especially if you play it at our level. You're doing the tasteful version of it. It's been considered. It's in the, they're the ones sort of deciding what the trends are in a lot of cases. That's fine. You know what I mean? But just know you'll probably jump in and out and kind of, you need to find a true north that you're happy with, and just know that like, oh, I'll go 20% this way, 20% that way. That's where you live. That's the right place to live. Hard statements like this are tough though, because it's like you're going to be in the wrong on just because you like one thing better. We all said this about slim pants. You remember we were still at this job when it'd be like, I can't imagine wearing that wide ass. You know what I mean? Like that was a known thing that he and I both would have said at one point.
Oh, yeah.
And then we all went to one side pretty hard. And then now we're course correcting back a little bit. And then, what I mean, this is just what it is. You know what I mean? Now we're getting older, so that might be part of it where we start to go, I'm just going to stick in this one lane now, but I'm playing trends a little less as I get older, but this is just it, dude. This is what it's hard to make. I understand. We're just responding to these things to respond to them, but like, I hear what you're saying, but like, this is just everyone who does this eats their words in fashion if you hang out long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, here's the thing, because right now, there's still dudes out there wearing jeggings.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a time when I don't think you would have gone smaller than like a beefy Doc Marten on a shoe, and now we're back to being well. That's a little too big for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And like, the brands will adjust, they'll do their thing. But like, this is what I mean by making these definitive statements. It's a tough thing to do because the trends always circle around. It just is the way it is.
Yeah.
And again, if you don't like it, then just stay in your neutral lane. That's fine. But
No,
it's
totally.
gonna be it'll be a thing again. It just is, dude. Like no one thought flare pants would come back, and they come back. I mean, like whatever you do, it just is what it is. If it caught it on enough into the zeitgeist, it's going to come back because somebody's going to find it in a different way and then, reinterpret. So just be cool with whatever anyone's doing. Like, for example, actually the only thing I don't like about it is I agree until you say, what an awful time that was. No, it wasn't. Everyone looked cool in that time. You know what I mean?
You remember your first pair of skinny pants?
You're just not far enough away from it is the problem. The second you get 20 more years away from it, so you're like, oh man, that's kind of like a
tight,
cool look.
dude.
I remember that time fondly. I'd forget all the bad stuff. I'd only remember the good stuff. And then, it turns into a different thing. So you just need distance from it.
Yeah.
100%.
Sweet.
Okay. We will save the rest of these for
We have more
part
on this
2.
sheet, and then we have more in addition.
This might be a
so
part
we'll do
3.
another
We
2
don't
or
know.
that.
But at
honestly.
least right now it's a part 2. So tune into that. I don't know where that'll go, but
Sweet.
there we
Sounds
go.
good.
All right. Good? Are we happy?
Let's wrap it up, baby. Let's finish strong here for the remainder of the week, and let's go home.
All right. Toodaloo.
Maybe watch some NBA tonight. Bye.
Oh, yeah.